Okay, so good day, class. We're going to start our lecture with how to make a proximity matrix and how to do your bubble diagram, which is part of a process called space programming in architecture. So we're going to do this in manual, but since I don't have access to a board right now, I'm going to show you how to do. Going to do it in AutoCAD. Okay, but I'll show you the process. First, you're going to list the spaces. So what are the common spaces you can find inside the house or building? For example, you have your porch. You have to list all of that first. You have your porch. After the porch, you also have your carport. You also have your living area. Then you have your dining area where your clients will eat. Then you have your kitchen. Then you have your common TNB. Then you have your maid's room. Then you have your bedrooms. You also have your master bedroom, which should have its own TN toilet and bath or walk-in closet. Then, of course, you need to have a service area. Service area for your house where the laundry and other things will be done. So we have identified the spaces: your porch, carport, living area, dining area, kitchen, common TNB, maid's room, bedrooms, master bedroom, and service area. So these are the common parts, basic parts of a house here in the Philippines. Now, this is what you're going to do to create your proximity matrix. Okay. Remember, class, even if I did this in AutoCAD, you're going to have to do it manually since you're still in first year. What's important is you take note of the design process. Okay, now we have these areas. Okay, to do your proximity matrix, let's create a 45-degree line. Lahat. 45. Okay, so you have your 45-degree lines. Let's copy. Okay. This is just an example, class. You have to make your own. Okay. Now I'm going to explain to you the basic concept and how to do it, but you have to fill in the details yourselves. Okay, remember that I am your instructor and not your teacher. So there's a difference between high school and college. So here I'm here to lead you to the right process. Okay. So it's not evenly spaced, but when you do it, it's more preferable if uh, it's going to be spaced evenly. Okay, so let's just delete the extra lines, make it more presentable. Okay, now to make your proximity matrix, going to need to have a legend. Okay. Like for instance, let's say that this circle means that a space, for example, is adjacent. Okay. Then let's have a small square, which states that a certain space is um, not adjacent. Okay. You can have as many descriptors here on the right side. But for the purpose of this illustration, I'm just going, and to save time, I'm just going to show you just for the adjacent and not adjacent areas. Okay. For example, this is your porch, this is your carport, they're going to have intersect at this point. So the intersection between your porch and carport, you're going to describe their relationship. For example, carport and porch. So what do you think? Are they adjacent? Okay. Think about it functionally. Okay. In the practice here in the Philippines, most likely the carport is near the porch so that when they get at the house, they go to the carport immediately. A garage class is quite different, okay, from a carport. So let's copy the circle to state that your carport and your porch is adjacent. So how about your porch and living area? Of course, they are and should be adjacent. Okay, okay. This is your porch. Look at this line. This is your living area. But how about your dining area and the porch? Okay, now think about it. Um, is it adjacent or not? Okay, now it is not adjacent because you have to pass by the living area first to get to the dining area. That's the relationship between your porch and your dining area. Okay, so this is how easy it is to make your proximity matrix class. Now, out of your proximity matrix, you're going to make your bubble diagrams. Your bubble diagrams class, they're not necessarily scaled. It's just to indicate the adjacencies. Now, we did this, right? We did the first three, your porch, your carport, and your dining area. Okay, so let's make a simple bubble diagram for it. Now, let's make a bubble. Okay, for example, this is your uh, porch. Let's say this is your carport. Okay, this is your carport, represented by this circle. According to your proximity matrix, they are adjacent. So you're going to copy, you're going to make another circle, which is near the porch. And after the porch, you have your living area, which is also adjacent to the porch. So this is your living area. After your living area, you have your dining area. So this is your basic bubble diagram class. Bubble diagram meaning is just a series of bubbles to indicate the relationships between the spaces. So there is no scale, definite scale yet. Um, but you're going to illustrate those relationships. For example, there's an arrow. Okay. So this states that the carport and the porch are adjacent to each other. So same here, your living area in your porch before you get to your living area. you have to pass by your porch. At the same time, okay, so from the proximity matrix that we did, wherein we determined the space relationship between your porch, carport, and living area, we're able to make a bubble diagram. Okay, so it's a really easy and fun activity class, but this is very important in the design process. Before you proceed to making your final floor plan, it is necessary that you first determine the functional relationships between the different spaces. Um, because when you design a house, the spaces are different. When you design a mall, spaces are also different. Then when you design a hospital, the spaces are also different and with different interrelationships. The same way when you design an airport. So it becomes more and more complex. So without making your space programming and bubble diagram first, you're going to be lost in your design process. So this is our lesson for today, class. Then you're going to have an activity. Okay, it will be posted in our group page. So and good. Then don't forget your uh, deadlines for this week. Thank you.